So, to say that Wichita Falls is one of the most giving areas and communities I've ever lived in or been around is an understatement. And we're going to talk about Texoma Gives, and we're starting right now. So stick around and stay all the way to the end because something special is coming up. So welcome back, y'all. I'm Debbie Dobbins, and I'm your host for this episode of Your Wichita Falls. You know, in 2016, Wichita Falls Area Community Foundation began Texoma Gives. Now, if you're new, you probably have no idea what Texoma Gives is. And if you have been here for a while, you may have heard about it, you don't really know about it, or perhaps you've never participated. And Texoma Gives is right around the corner in just a few days, September 9th. It is a 16-hour day of giving.
Wow.
How cool is that? It provides amazing critical funding for our entire area of nonprofits in Texoma. And yes, that does include part of Oklahoma because Texoma is Texas and Oklahoma. And Texoma Gives has been around, as I said, since 2016. And our area nonprofits would be in a world of hurt if this amazing Wichita Falls Area Community Foundation did not partner with all of these area nonprofits to give thousands and thousands of donors from all of our community the needed help that they so critically are desperate for, especially after the year that we've had. I know everyone's been hurt. People have lost their jobs. People have lost their homes. People have been evicted from their housing. And it is all of our nonprofits that are there to pick up the slack. So in this 24 county area of North Texas and part of Oklahoma, these funds are raised in this very short amount of time. A little secret you can give before that actual day. But we've caught up with Leslie Schaffner, the president of WFACF. She's echoing what so many organizations this year are saying, and that is that the resources are tighter than ever. We're going to let her talk about it. Okay, so we're here with Leslie.
Okay, I'm Leslie Schaffner, and I'm the president of the Wichita Falls Area Community Foundation, and that's where we are right now. And the Community Foundation is the primary host for Texoma Gives, which comes up September the 9th, which is next Thursday.
So Texoma Gives, I shared a little bit before the interview. You began this in 2016.
Yes, we did.
So tell me, was that your brainchild? Was it several people? How did you even come up with the idea? Because it's fabulous and not a lot of communities have it.
Well, this is the 6th annual event. I've been at the Community Foundation for 3 years, so it was not my brainchild. It was the brainchild of a former board member who had seen it operate in another community. And so she came to the Community Foundation, who was led by Teresa Caves at that time. And they talked about it for a while, did some research, and decided that it would be a great fit for our community. And so the first one was in 2016, and we have grown every year since then. The reason that we started it, Giving Days have been around for a long time. We were, a little bit late to the table, but not too late. It was the perfect timing for Wichita Falls and the surrounding areas. Texoma Gives includes 6 counties in Oklahoma and 18 counties in North Texas, for a total of 24 counties that are eligible for our area to apply. We have 206 organizations that are registered this year from all of those counties, and we're excited to see where things land at 10 p.m. on Thursday, September 9th.
So I know in previous years, the organizations, you could go to the organization itself on the day of Texoma Gives, and that's fun and exciting. And then last year was a little bit different because of COVID. So what will it look like this year for the actual day event?
Well, we had hoped that we would be back to pre-pandemic activity levels, but as we're all experiencing, COVID has again reached a surging level in our area. But I think that is what makes Texoma Gives that much more important to the philanthropy landscape for so many of the not-for-profits in our area. Last year is a great reason for why events like Texoma Gives work. All of the organizations had to abandon any plans they had for event-driven fundraising activities last year because it just wasn't safe. Because Texoma Gives is an online giving event that you can do in your pajamas at home anytime you want, it took the concern about exposure and things like that out of the equation. It allowed people to really champion the causes that are closest to them at no risk. And the thing that, I hope people realize is that the opportunity to do that and through Texoma Gives allowed a lot of organizations who would have been in dire straits the opportunity to continue their missions because of the funding that so many people poured in during Texoma Gives. And, to be honest, I was a little concerned about Texoma Gives last year because the community had been so generous earlier in the year when things first started shutting down. I thought, have we exhausted our ability to give? Have people given so generously early that they didn't have the funds to give in September for Texoma Gives? I should have never underestimated the people of Texoma because they not only gave, they gave, and they dug deep. And we had the best year that we've ever had for Texoma Gives.
Really?
And I think it helped a lot of organizations realize the value in online Giving Day events like this. I even know of one organization who decided to eliminate all their other fall fundraisers to focus solely on Texoma Gives. Because when you think about it, when you buy a ticket to an event, you're paying for a lot of costs that go into actually having that event. With an online giving event, 100% of your gift goes directly to that organization to apply to the mission and the programs they provide. It's a win-win.
It is a win-win. And I think that because I come from, some fundraising backgrounds, that when you ask for people one time a year for a donation, it doesn't fatigue them. It's like, I want to give to my organization and I know how much I can give this year. And then you do it and you don't have to do it again. You can do it again. But I love it that it's just an opportunity to really give to the organization of your choice. So how can you speak to that part of it? It's not like you're giving to, I don't want to use other people's organizations' names to disparage them, but there's other organizations where you give to the organization itself and then they disperse the funds. With Texoma Gives, correct me if I'm wrong, you give to your organization that you want to give to, and you do it through Texoma Gives, so you can keep a record or a tally, but you don't take any of the money.
No.
Yeah.
No, and that's a common misconception that the community foundation takes some little slice of the donation. That's not true. 100% of the donation goes directly to the organization. Now, there is a credit card fee.
Yeah.
It's 2.2% plus 30 cents. I'm still trying to figure out what the 30 cents is for. But that is what the credit card company charges. But the donor even has the opportunity to cover that credit card fee when they check out on the Texoma Gives website. And in that case, 100% of that goes to the organization. Our role as a community foundation, this is our gift to the community. As a community foundation, we are in this for the long haul, for the nonprofits in our community, because strong nonprofits make strong communities.
Absolutely.
And so as the community foundation, we have a substantial financial investment in this, along with all of the staff time that goes into putting Texoma Gives on. And that's because we recognize the value of these nonprofits in our community, and we want to support them any way we can. On the flip side of that, for the donor, every donation counts. Yeah. And not everybody can write a check for $10,000. But our minimum donation amount is $10. And, people out there may not think, what good is my $10 really going to do? Well, when you look at it multiplied by the number of donors that participate in Texoma Gives, your 10 and your 10 and your 10 and your 10 add up into substantial gifts for our nonprofit community. Right. It's important. And it's a start to philanthropy for everyday people.
Right. And if you think about it, $10, what do we spend that on a daily basis? A latte,
going out to lunch, and just one $10 contribution from so many people that have never given before. What a great gift to our community.
Absolutely.
So how do the organizations get to be part of Texoma Gives?
Well, we had a sign-up period where we promoted it through multiple channels to all of the nonprofits in this 24 county area that we serve. We encouraged them to sign up, and they did. And once we vetted them, I mean, the requirement is that they must be a 501c3 or they have a sponsoring 501c3 that covers them. So they're all vetted in advance. Most of these organizations we've known for a very long time anyway. And once they get signed up, then they start hearing regular correspondence from us on how to set up their profile pages, set up their fundraising events. This is actually a learning experience for them too, to maximize technology for fundraising efforts. And there are ways that they can go in and they already have a great donor list of people who have been giving to them for a while, or they should. Yeah. And by reaching out to those donors and giving them an opportunity to say, hey, I tell you what, I will give you $100 if you can get 25 people to donate to your organization. That's a challenge. A lot of organizations have challenges out there that people who are interested in donating can take advantage of. So your $10 all of a sudden becomes $20, right. and it's the multiple there. We have matching gifts that are dollar for dollar. Up to a certain amount. We have peer-to-peer fundraisers that organizations can set up within their own profile pages that allow some of their strongest vocal supporters to set up their own little fundraisers inside their profile pages. So there's a number of ways for organizations to connect with their existing donors, plus attract new donors. Because, I mean, I don't know about most people, but I don't like to be bombarded with information or get a hard sell from an organization. But you know what? A lot of organizations we hear from say they have attracted new donors who have gone to their profile page during Texoma Gives, read about them, identify with their mission, and become engaged with the organization. So multifaceted positives for Texoma Gives.
Okay, so I'm sitting in my jammies. As you said, I can do this in my jammies. I'm watching this video. What do I do? Because I'm going to put pause on this video and I want you to tell me, where do I go and what do I do?
Okay. You go to texomagives.org. Once you get to that page, you will see just the page for Texoma Gives. When we get to the day of giving, actual day of giving on September 9th, you'll see a total. And I hope you go back often and look to see as that total increases throughout the day. Yeah. You have a space there where you can type in either by name of organization, if you know exactly who you're looking for. You can type in by city, or you can type in by cause. So if you're an animal lover and you want to look at animal causes, you can scroll down, click on animals, and it gives you an entire list of all of the animal organizations that have signed up. Once you see one that you're interested in, you click on it. It takes you to their profile page. You can read about them. You can see what activities they have going on with fundraisers or matches and challenges. And if that organization speaks to you, you hit the donate button and you enter your credit card information and you're done. Okay. You can do it all in just about 2 minutes.
And let's say I'm one of those people, I hear them all the time, I don't have a credit card. What do they do?
You can still give to Texoma Gives. It's just kind of old school. Okay. Those organizations would love to get cash or a check, but what you need to do, and I would encourage people to do it prior to Texoma Gives so it can be counted in with the total for the day. But mail your check directly to that organization, right down in the memo line, Texoma Gives, so they can deposit it in their account and they can count it toward their offline gifts for Texoma Gives. Or stop by if they have a booth out somewhere, or stop by their organization and you can drop off cash donations as well.
Okay. Well, it sounds easy. It is easy. I love giving during Texoma Gives. I have my own personal favorites. And just like you said, you can put in there, do you want to support women? Do you want to support animals? Do you want to support children? Adoptions? You guys have it all. So I just think this is fabulous. And so tell me why you are so passionate personally about this Texoma Gives.
I am passionate about individual philanthropy. We can't do everything, but each one of us can do something. And you may not consider yourself to be a philanthropist, but it starts with a seed. Mm-hmm. And Texoma Gives provides the perfect watering can for that seed, mm-hmm. to go out, engage with a not-for-profit organization, and really dig into their mission and work with them to make a difference in the community in the areas that are most passionate to you.
Okay. All right, Leslie, thank you so much for taking your time today. And we look forward to Texoma Gives. And everybody that's watching this video, please give generously.
Yes, and I'll say one more thing.
Okay.
6 a.m., 10 p.m. 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
All right.
Thursday, September 9th.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
So if you have the ability to give, it doesn't matter how much it is, please, please open up your hearts and open up your wallets, because those organizations are what help us be and continue to be this amazing community that is so supportive of those in need and those that can really use a little hand up, not a hand out these days. So just a little bit about Texoma Give. It provides this perfect opportunity for people to support your favorite organizations and causes all in one place. They have an amazing website or a Facebook page, and all of the links are in the comments below so that you can give to your particular cause. And why should you be giving during Texoma Gives? Funny question. Funny that you ask. The purpose of this area-wide day is to bring the region together on one day to raise the money and the awareness for Texoma's nonprofits. We have so many incredible nonprofits that do this God's work for our community. And this initiative that was organized by the Wichita Falls Area Community Foundation provides this online location to find and support these nonprofit organizations whose missions align with your passion. Your monetary gifts make those nonprofits stronger and better for our community, which in turn makes our community stronger. And the good thing is that you give to your favorite charity. It's not like you put it into a pool and they divvy it up. You get to decide where your money goes. In these 16 hours, it's just a whirlwind day. You can go to the charities themselves, the nonprofits, and make your donations there. You can do it online. I know a couple of years ago, it was just fun to drive up to each one of them, and they're so appreciative of this, whatever you give. So if you've got $1, or you've got $5, or you've got $100, or you've got $1,000, and you want to support some of our amazing community organizations, Texoma Gives is September 9th, and I want you to please reach into your heart and then reach into your pocketbook and give to our community. That's this episode of Your Wichita Falls. Please stay tuned for the next couple of videos. And if you'd like to learn more about Texoma Gives or just have any more information from me, you can schedule a Zoom call. The link is in the first comments below. I love to talk about Wichita Falls. I love to share about it to all of our people that are listening from around the world. And so please don't hesitate to say hi and make a comment and tell us who you gave to this year with Texoma Gives. Y'all come back now, you hear?